All right, yes, 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 yes! What's up, dreamers? I'm Bryce from Midnight Notion, and this is the Rocker Review. That's What You Get is track 2 from Paramore's second record, Riot. Looking forward to get into this one because it looks like it's a single. We've got a music video all prepared for this one. So I'm going to try. Once again, I don't really like reacting to music videos because there's this whole thing where the video distracts you from the music, and I want to listen to the music, so I'm going to try to focus my best on the composition. But if I see something in the video, I'll react to it because that's what you want to see. I get it, but we're going to try to focus it on music, and then I'm going to grade the song using the following criteria: structure, flow, engagement, melody, flip those two around, and lyrics. Each category is a 0 to 4 scale, with 4 being great and 0 being not for me. I'm not grading this because I think I'm better than them. I'm just trying to see what my favorite song is from this record, and I'm creating a top 10 list. So we'll find out if this song gets on the top 10 list. And a little hint there, it will, because it's only the second song on the album. So we'll find out if it gets first or second. So play along. I encourage you to come up with your own ranking system or use mine and tell me in the comments below what you feel about this song. But first, hit the subscribe button. It's just a nice, kind thing you can do, and it's free. It costs $0. I promise I'm not too annoying. And make sure to check out Midnight Notion's music. That's me. All of my music is available wherever you get your music online, so check that out as well. Now, let's check out That's What You Get by Paramore. Here we go. We have a 3/4 song. You could call it 6/8, but I think it's 3/4. All right, okay, I want to talk about this section. Already we have a pretty cool structure for a song. It's in 3/4, so usually we're counting in 4/4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. This one is 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and there's no break in there. It's 1 2 3, 1 2 3, right? You could call it 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5, but it doesn't have that same swing. So I'm going to call it 3/4. And then we have this section here where we're still in 3. But the drums are playing as if it's in 4. The drums are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So they're emphasizing it's kick, snare, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a pattern of 4, but he's actually playing in a pattern of 3, or in a pattern of 6. Kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. But so the emphasis is like kick, snare, kick. And then it's the next measure is snare, kick, snare. So it's inverted the second time around. But when you loop both measures together, you get a set of, 3 kick, snare combinations. Does that make sense? Does this add up for you? Does the math work for your brain? Let's hear it again. I'm going to go all the way back. We got some little tambourines and shakers going on in the background. It's really just the drums, the vocals, the shakers, and then we've got her vocals, and we've got a little dun 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 dun, and you can hear a little bit of a tink on the strings, dun dun tink dun, little tiny little guitars, and then it comes back in. So take a seat, we're settling the final score, and oh, we even had a little wah in there. There was a wow at the end there. Going back a little bit. I know I'm talking a lot about this intro, but it's cool. So take a seat, we're settling the final score, and did you hear the wow? It's mostly in the right speaker for me. One more time. Listen real close. Take a seat, we're settling the final score, and why do we like big to hurt so much? I can't decide. 3, 4, 5, 6, there's the drum pattern I was talking about. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, was that a time signature change? Count with me.
All the possibilities.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
That's what you get when you let your heart win.
2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. Yes, 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 yes. It's been so long since we've had a time signature change. I love it. Let's go back. It seems like the verses, the intro and the verse were all sitting in 3/4, and then I don't know whether it's a 3/4 with 2 beats on in the next measure, or if we've started the 4/4 on that break. But they hit the drums, they hit the guitars, they hold out the note. And then you can see the drummer counting in the video, and then there's a fill, and the fill is just 2 beats. And then we go into a 4/4 chorus. Let's check it out one more time.
It harder just to go on and why?
2, 3, 1,
All
2,
the possibilities.
3,
Well, I was wrong.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so 3 and 3 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. So that hold could just be the start of 4/4. If we go back to the hold, let's count it in 4. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa, that's what you get when you let your heart win.
Yeah.
When you let your heart win. Whoa.
I've never heard this song before, and already, first chorus, I'm singing along. That's good songwriting. We'll talk about it in the lyrics section, but essentially, the pattern is that's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa, twice. And then she breaks the pattern the 3rd time around, but then the 4th time comes back to the pattern, and I already recognize it. I'm anticipating it. I know it's coming. It's a very catchy hook. That's what you get. It feels very like playground, like na 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 na. It feels very much like that, but like in a playful energy sort of way. I also want to point out what I like about the guitars. There's the low rhythm guitar, really holding out the chords of the song, but then there's a high guitar kind of holding out higher. It's not like soloing, it's just higher notes and maybe a little bit quicker. It's not real fast playing, but it's that weight difference, right? There's the thickness of the low end and then the tinniness of the high end, and they're playing really well together. There's so much to love about this song. I'm digging it so much, and I'm so happy about this time signature change. Are we going to go back to 3 for the next verse? Let's find out.
And that's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa.
Yep, back to 3. I want to stop it here for 2 reasons. One, I want to point out that the first verse had a 3/4 beat the first time through, and then it was that 6/4 beat the second time through. It's all in 3/4, but the drums were emphasizing the boom, 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 ka, boom, 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 ka, right? That was the 3 beat, and then it switches to the 6/4 straight, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka. It had kind of a half and half vibe. For the second verse, we're doing the 6/4 version of it, which again, you could still count it in 3/4, but it feels 6/4 because it's straight grooving, right? All the other instruments are in 3. We'll call it 3, but that's the vibe I'm getting. It's almost like we could call it 2/4 if you want to. It's that straight vibe. We'll just call it a straight vibe on the drums. We're doing that all the way through on verse 2. So we're changing it up. We have rhythmic growth. We have storytelling, songwriting, storytelling. It's very cool. The other thing I wanted to point out is the music video. I haven't been talking much about it. It's really just them all hanging out. I haven't been paying attention to the narrative much, but I really like the different styles that we're seeing. Everything is in 4:3, so it's more of a square ratio. It's everything, it's pre-HD. And I think if this album came out in 2007, that's somewhere around the time we started learning the word HD. So that makes sense. But we also have a lot of different cinematography styles. We have just kind of a full band jamming. We have some, you see that kind of round shape in the lens. That's the fisheye lens. And then we have some split screen stuff going on here. We have on the left side a couple looking at each other in the bed. And on the right side, slightly bigger, is just the one person's face. She looks a little concerned in this one. In the left side, she is happy, but in the right side, she's feeling concerned. And I like the symbolism there. There's like an extra layer here. I like that. That's very cool. I haven't been paying attention to what the story is, but maybe I should. I don't know. I'm just grooving with the music so much. I can't get over the song. And the changes, they're really cool. But watch for these split screens. I really like split screens. They're fun. They're creative. There's something interesting going on here. I might have to rip off this idea for a music video of my own. Who knows?
I'm sure you've heard.
2, 3, 4.
That's what
That time before the chorus, see, we had that hold just like before. The hold is a great way to change the time signature. The first time, the drum fill was only 2 beats. This time it was 4 beats. It was a full measure of a drum fill. Let's go back to it.
you've heard.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa. I drowned out all my sense with the sound of its beating. That's what you get when you let your heart win.
Ooh, did you notice the guy at the party had a shirt? I don't know if this is intentional, but his shirt had multiple faces on it. It had like the different squares and the multiple faces. I think it's that classic shirt. I don't know. Let's rewind a little bit.
That's what you get.
Right here. Yeah, the different faces. I don't know whose face this is, but it's like the different emotions, like this happy, cool, sad, whatever. The different, like, maybe it's different emo hairstyles or something. I don't know what's going on the shirt, but it's kind of a split screen in a way, right? It's kind of like having the split screen music video. Maybe there's something in there. I don't know.
Let your heart win. Whoa. Make your way to me, and I'll always be just so inviting if I ever start to think straight. This
Okay, so listen to the guitars. We have a bling on beat 1, and then on beats 2 and 3, we have a wow wow in the complete opposite speaker. So the bling is kind of in the left speaker, and the wow wow, the wah guitar, is on the right. So bling, wah wah, and we got the shakers in the background. It's very light. It's very similar to that first verse. Where it was just the drums playing. But now instead of emphasizing the snare and having the hi-hat, the drums are on the toms. So a really cool laid-back vibe here. Let's go back just a little bit.
I ever start to think straight, this heart will start a right in me. Let's start, hey! Why do we like to hurt so much? Oh, why do we like to hurt so much? That's what you get when you let your heart.
Oh, that time we had the 3-2 to 4 transition just straight. We transitioned into 4 without any stopping. Let's go back to that one. I'm going back so much of this video, but it's because it's so enjoyable. Listen to this. And then we have an engagement section. I've been having such a hard time with engagement, and right here in the song, I was already singing the first time through the chorus. I was ready for it the second time. This final chorus, or the beginning of the final chorus, there, it's already a crowd chant. Let's listen first to the time signature change without a hold, and then that final chorus. Here we go. Build up. I'm looking for a halftime vibe. Are they going to go halftime? Keeping it straight. Keeping it straight. No halftime vibe. All right, nice resolution. There was even maybe a little hint of organ in the background on that one. And then now YouTube wants me to save with Liberty Mutual. Yay, great. I'm so happy about this song.
Welcome to the Disney Bundle, where
I'm really happy with this. Let's get on to the score. Here we go. Whoosh, structure. I don't know if you can get much better than this. Not only are we not doing a standard verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, like we kind of are, but there's sort of 2 verses. We'll talk about this more in the lyrics portion, but like that first verse kind of feels like 2 verses, but it could be a verse and a pre-chorus. It's kind of hard to label it. And then we've got the chorus, then we got a second verse that doesn't follow the same pattern, but has some callbacks to the same part of the first verse. So is that a pre-chorus, but it's not officially the same? It's different enough that it's like, is it a pre-chorus? And then we've got the chorus again, and then we've got a bridge, and then we've got a final chorus. So it's very close to the same structure as every other song, but it bumps one up because it's just enough different to make it go, huh, I don't even know what section we're on right now. It's not like super abundantly clear whether it's a verse or a pre-chorus or it's just a second verse. It's kind of cool that way. On top of that, the musical structure is always going to make me happy when there's time signature changes. We have a 3/4 beat throughout the song, except for the chorus, which is in 4/4. And the transition from 3 to 4 is beautiful. Sometimes it's just a hold and then a drum fill, and then in the last part, it just goes right in. Like, it just does not give you a chance to wait. You are gonna sing now. I love it. It's structurally sound. It makes me happy. Good job, Paramore. It's a 4. Flow. Once again, this song, it just grooves. I love the roller coaster that we're getting from this band. We are no longer, I mean, I've already talked about this. I know we're not talking about Taylor Swift anymore, but that first debut record of hers, every single song had the same flow. Verse, chorus, soft bridge, chorus. And it's nice and refreshing to get something a little bit different. We have a little more subdued verses, like we have hard rock intros, subdued verses, hard-hitting choruses, change-ups throughout the song. We're always looking forward to something new. Each time there's a break, the drum fill is different. It brings us into the next piece. The guitars are doing fancy little wow things. There's shakers keeping us going, and there's, of course, the big chanting sing-along. The flow of the song is really rocking. I absolutely have 0 complaints. 4. Melody. I always say that this is the hardest category because sometimes it takes a day or two to realize how well this song sits, how well it's, how much am I going to remember it? But right off the bat, I was liking the melody, if you will, the rhythmic melody. And then the chorus came in. Absolutely love it. That's what you get when you let your heart. It's so catchy. It is in my head. I'm going to be singing this all night. I was going to record another reaction video, but I want to live with this one. I want it to sit here because I'm really enjoying it that much. This melody is catchy as hell. You got it. It's a 4. Engagement. You saw it here. I, honest to goodness, have never heard the song before. Not that I can think of. It doesn't sound familiar to me. And in the first chorus, the first time listening to the first chorus, I wasn't even looking at the lyrics when it happened, and I just knew the words. She had me so engaged with that catchy melody, and it repeated so many times that I was able to pick it up, even though the third time was different. How magical is that? How engaging is that? If you can pick up the lyrics to a song on the first chorus, you didn't even wait till the second chorus, that's engagement. That is catchiness. It's engagement. It's good writing. It's just wonderful. And then on top of all of that, we have the sing-along verse or the sing-along chorus at the end. And what I mean by that is all of the instruments drop out. It's just the drums, and we have the chorus of voices. They probably got a bunch of people in the studio, or they recorded themselves a bunch of different times. But more than likely, they got a bunch of friends into the studio to just, that's what you get when you're like. It's so great, and it means that when you're watching them play live, when they play the song and everybody drops out, Hayley Williams can stick the microphone out to the crowd and say, you sing it, and hold it out, and everybody will, that's what you get when you let. It's so engaging. Absolutely no complaints. Well done. 4 points. Lyrics. Let's take a look at those lyrics, shall we? Woo! We are using A to Z lyrics because the Google lyrics didn't pop up. This is not sponsored, so don't get at me. That's what you get. We have no sir. Well, I don't want to be the blame. Not anymore. It's your turn, so take a seat. We're settling the final score. So anymore, final score. There's no internal rhymes that I can see. Blame, settling, turn. There's nothing there. And why do we like to hurt so much? Okay, once again, just like yesterday's song, we have this dangling third line. We have a set of 3. We have 2 lines and then a third line. There's no setup. There's no rhyme. It's just an additional line. That is poetry. You don't have to always be Dr. Seuss. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. You can have one extra line to make it just a little bit more interesting. Now, are these the most mind-blowing lyrics you've ever heard? Probably not. They're just kind of saying exactly what's on the surface. I don't want to be the blame. Take a seat. We're settling the final score. It's not really a huge metaphor. It's fine enough. Let's see what else we have. I can't decide. You have made it harder just to go on. And why is kind of a rhyme with decide. All the possibilities. Well, I was wrong. So wrong and on the lines there that rhyme. Fine enough. Again, we have 3 lines as they're laid out here on A to Z lyrics. I don't know if that's how Hayley would write them, but again, I like these 3s. It's different. It's not just 4s. Everything is in 4s or 8s, so it's nice to get a 3 every once in a while. Then we have the chorus. We've already talked about that enough. The only standout section of that is, I drown out all my sense with the sound of its beating. That doesn't, again, have a setup. It doesn't have a rhyme. It's just an additional line to put in between. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa. The woes are the big engagement bit. That's really fun. Let's take a look at verse 2. I wonder how I'm supposed to feel when you're not here, because I burned every bridge I ever built when you were here. So I tend to give people a little bit of a negative point when you rhyme the same word. Homonyms. It's not even a homonym. It's just the same word, here and here. It's some Limp Bizkit level writing. And not saying that you can't use the same word twice. That's not the case here. Because of the 3s in the first verse and the dangling line that doesn't have a rhyme, I was looking to kind of hold on to something interesting that way. Then we have here and here. I'm like, I feel like we've gone backwards from the first verse. I do like how I'm supposed to feel every bridge I ever built and feel don't rhyme. But if you're an emo / pop punk singer, you can make feel. You can do that with your mouth. So they're kind of slant rhymes in a way. So good job there. I still try holding on to silly things I never learn. Oh, why? All the possibilities I'm sure you've heard. There's, again, nothing. It's all on the surface. There doesn't seem to be any deep metaphors or hidden meanings. It's very in your face about what's happening. The bridge here. Pain, make your way to me, and I'll always be just so inviting. If I ever start to think straight, this heart will start a riot in me. Is this where the title track comes in? A riot? Because that's the name of the album, and this is a single, so maybe that's where the album title came from. What I do like is inviting and riotin' is kind of another slant rhyme. I know it's kind of a stretch, but inviting, riotin', it's close. And then me is just an extra word on the end, and it inviting me, it's very, I don't know how to describe it, but these sounds are so close that they could be slant rhymes, and you could change the way that you sing it with your voice to make it rhyme. But it's so close that I wonder if that was intentional, if they were really trying to write it that way, or if I'm just pulling stuff out of nowhere and this is just me being hyper over analytical. Yay, Virgos! But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm reading. We also have Why Do We Like to Hurt So Much 2 times. And then at the end of the second verse, All the Possibilities I'm Sure You've Heard is similar to this first, and why all the possibilities. Well, I was wrong. It's kind of a callback. We have possibilities coming in here a couple of times. And then we have a final chorus with a different change in the middle. Now I can't trust myself with anything but this. So we have a different third chorus. So pretty cool. Altogether, I don't think I'm getting anything super original, super brand new, something I haven't heard before. I don't think that these lyrics are hiding anything. The thing I like the most about them is mostly in the structure. The way that there's groups of threes and weird internal slant rhymes, and of course the repetition in the chorus so that we can catch on. So that's really where most of these points are coming from. Content-wise, there isn't anything outstanding. So I wanted to say base level, but I do still like the structure of them. So we'll give her points for that. It's a 3. And so that's what you get. Gets a grand total of 19 points. Good job. That's 1 point away from a perfect score. The lyrics just a little bit better. It would have been perfect 20. So really, really love this song. Let's take a look at where it lands in the top 10, which is really just a top 2. It is in first place, above For a Pessimist. I'm pretty I can't fit it in the graphic here, but you know the title. So that's what you get. Track 2 has surpassed track 1 for me. We'll see if it stays in number 1 or if it gradually drops down, or if they're all going to tie for first place. What the heck? What if that's the case? I don't know, but I'm really excited to get into this record. Now it's your turn. In the comments below, using my system, tell me what score that you got for this song, or tell me your system and tell me the score that you gave it. If you use only emojis, that's a cool way to rank a song. I'm good with that. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Most of you are not. I would love to see you subscribed, because there's more than just music reviews. I also make music. You might learn a thing or two about songwriting on your journey through this channel. And of course, check out my songs that I've already finished. Midnight Notion is available wherever you get your songs online. So I would greatly appreciate you checking those songs out and letting me know what you think of those. This is the end of the video. I'm stoked for the rest of the record. I hope you are too. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. You rock.